how many people have said that to you in the past, that you had a brilliant plan and they say, sorry, I would love to, but I don't have any free days anymore. I would love to, but I have my job, I have to work. And I'm like, dude, you're here to live. You came on this earth to live, not to work. So in this little walk that I'm gonna have with you in this beautiful forest, like I want you to be able, whenever somebody asks you to go into nature, to say yes. Even though you have a job, we need to make sure we take back control over our time freedom. Hello, beautiful human. I'm here in an incredible, beautiful forest close to my hometown, and I was reflecting because I want to make sure that in this video I give you a permission to start making your life free, to make your beautiful time that you have, to make it completely in your control, to create time freedom for yourself. Because so many people, like I'm here because my brother asked me this morning, hey, would you love to take a walk in the forest with my new puppy? So, of course I want to. But there was also a voice in me that said, I don't know, I have a lot of work on my hands. And I was like, oof, that is such the old consciousness. And how many people have said that to you in the past, that you had a brilliant plan and they say, sorry, I cannot work, or I have to work. You know, it would be funny if they say, oof, I cannot work, I have to go with you. But no, a lot of times you hear the opposite, like, oh my God, I would love to, but I don't have any free days anymore. I would love to, but I have my job, I have to work. And I'm like, dude, you're here to live. You came on this earth to live, not to work. So in this little walk that I'm gonna have with you in this beautiful forest, like I want you to be able, whenever somebody asks you to go into nature, to say yes. Even though you have a job, we need to make sure we take back control over our time freedom. Like, it's absolutely ridiculous that people still feel they need to work from their 20s all the way deep into their 60s, more than 45 years, so that they can do this when they're 70. Who knows? Like, I wish everyone lives until 70, but you don't even know. So I want everyone to have time freedom now. Right now. It doesn't matter if you're in your 30s, your 40s, your 50s, your 60s. If you are not having time freedom, let's find a way to get you time freedom. And the first thing that a lot of people didn't learn at school and might have never learned in the past is that time does not equal money. A lot of people think time equals money. So if they spend time in the forest, they're not making time behind their desk and they're not making any money. But that's not the case. Time is infinitely more valuable than money. Time is also way more based on creativity than on money. And guess what you have an unlimited amount of? You have an unlimited amount of your creativity. So instead of starting sharing time with money, we need to shift you to spending time in your creativity so that you can create things that you can then sell for money. Because sometimes you only have to create it once, like a video like this. I only have to do it once, but people 3 years from now can still get value from this. A book, like a course, a coaching program. Like all of these things, yes, they might take a couple weeks to put back together, but once they are together, you can be paid many more years for work that you did a couple weeks, many years ago. And that's the first shift that I let people make, is like, stop seeing time equals money. Your creativity equals money. So let's be creative. And if you're like, I don't know if I'm creative, you are. You are a creative being. Creativity doesn't mean that you need to paint or you need to sing or you need to play an instrument. You can create conversations. You can create maybe just one line of text that lets people think. You might create a poem. You might create a walk. You know, a lot of more people need some nature. You might just arrange a walk in nature, in your favorite forest. That can be your job. You're literally, one of your jobs or one of your creativity can be creating walks into nature. Now maybe one of these walks you record and then you put it on YouTube, and then many people all over the world can also walk with you in nature, even though you are not walking at all. Maybe you're sleeping. They still enjoy the creativity that you put in. So even a walk in nature is creative, especially if you invite others. My brother invited me on this walk, and we spent some beautiful time together. Of course, I asked permission to make this video, otherwise it's a very lonely walk. But I said, God, I would love to make a video because I feel so inspired. I want to let you know that this is possible. So time does not equal money. Time is infinitely more valuable. Let's start creating. Even if you have a job right now, you cannot immediately stop. Let's think about, what would you love to create? How would you love to spend your time? Can I package my ideal way of spending time in something that is also of value to other people? In which way I can record that, or in which way I can take people to that. In so doing, you can start developing the creativity muscle and the packaging muscle. At one point we also need to learn the selling muscle, because once you have these things, you know how to create something of value, you know how to package it in an interesting way, and then you know how to sell it. You can automate all of this and you can chill in the forest as long as you want, and you come out of the forest and you might have done a couple of sales while you didn't need to be there at all. You might not even know the person, but the person has seen you or has discovered your work somehow and just wants to buy something from you. So that's one major thing, is that we need to completely remove ourselves from hourly wages, from hourly salary. This is a process, and that's why I love so much the Sacred Alignment Academy, because from September forward, it's almost September, I'm going to release a very powerful system that doesn't matter if you are working or you are retired or you are without of work. It doesn't matter where you are in that journey. You will have your first clients from doing what you love. And that's the most amazing thing. Let's do what we love, and let's get paid for doing what we love. We came to Earth to do that. There is an innate intelligence in you and in me that is that powerful, that wants to create, that wants to do what you are here to do, what you are made for. And I am discovering it myself, and I'm recording this journey, and every insights that I have, I'm going to share in that academy. I'm going to share some of it here on YouTube, but I would share a lot of this in the academy, because it has already been such a freedom. I made this decision 2 years ago to completely stop. It was a rocky road. I don't want you to have this rocky road. So I really feel like, okay, I went through it. I now know what is important, and I know now also what not to do. Let me make a journey that makes it very beautiful and easy for you. So the journey is like this, from wherever you are to your first clients in 90 days. And then the second part of this journey, the second 90 days, would be from your first clients to making twice as much than you did in your 9-to-5 job. That's the promise. And if you are not able to do that while you follow the system, I give you a full refund. I don't want you to waste any money on this. I think it will pay over and over and over for itself again. There was one beautiful meeting that I had last week, and she was like, I want to go to Istanbul. I will not call any names, but I asked her if she wants to write her story a little bit in the community. She will do that after she does what she needs to do, but she wanted to go to Istanbul. She didn't know how to come up with the funds. Her funds were low. And just within a small conversation, I said, okay, what do you have right now? What can you give? What can you create? Let's package it. Let's sell it like this. And she just texted me 2 days ago. And she said, oh my God, I made 2,000 euros today, right? 2,000 euros, that might be a month of hourly work. But you don't have to live like that. There are way more possibilities that are outside of time. They don't require time. They require to tap into who you are, to create beautiful things of value, products of value from that, and then to sell these products of value. And you don't even have to sell your own, but that's another topic. But you don't even have to sell your own things. If you really don't feel like creating, you can also sell other people's things. You can sell my things. You get a great commission from it. It's like the world, there are so many resources. You don't lack access to resources. You don't lack, you don't lack any access. If you feel like victimized, like I don't know where to go, I don't know what to do, you are not lacking that. You have the most powerful search engines, you have the most powerful large language models at your disposal that can immediately give you 20 ideas to start. There is what you might lack if you feel stuck is the ability to spot these resources and the ability to just go for it, not knowing the whole way. Just have a little bit of unknown in your reality. Allow yourself to open to, okay, let me just take this step and see what happens. Because it is unknown for a reason. If it was known, if the road was known to you, you would have been there already. You would have done that already. But there is a little bit of unknown. Luckily, people like me and others, they have walked the path and they are describing the path and they're describing the end state and how much freer they are, how much better they are. I even wear a shirt. Unlimited freedom. There is unlimited freedom on the other side of hourly wage, of salaries, of bosses where you need to work for. And I'm here to provide the most beautiful, holistic structure that activates your whole energy body and that makes sure you absolutely do what you love and you get paid for it incredibly royal in return. So I wish for everyone that you can say all the time when somebody asks you to nature, yes, I can go, I can have fun, I can have some grounding. If somebody asks you on a holiday, yes, I can go. If somebody asks you to go on a retreat or go to a music festival, go to a concert, that it doesn't matter which time of the day it is, you are completely free and flexible in your time. Let's do that. Let's create time freedom for you. I created time freedom for myself. I never want to go back to the old way, and I want to bring as much people as easiest as possible to this side of the equation, because salaries and jobs, they really are not serving humanity anymore. It's an old system, it's crumbling down. Your awareness and my awareness are feeling for a long time already, this is not the way. So let's walk another way together. If this resonates, I see you in the Sacred Alignment Academy. It's absolutely gorgeous. The 1st of September this program drops, and 90 days later you will have a lot of beautiful aligned clients that wish they met you earlier, that say to you, oh my God, where have you been? Where have you been all my life? I needed this. I'm so happy I see you, I found you. Because you will have a lot of compliments that will blow your socks off. Whenever I receive a compliment, like in the comments or when I work with someone, I'm just amazed. I'm like, wow, this is so special. This is so beautiful. I would have never received such compliment, and I would never have such impact if I would stay small in my 9 to 5, thinking that money was time and thinking that money was more important than my soul's expansion. Never again. And I wish the same for you. Much love. I hope this helps, and let's continue this journey together. Bye-bye.